I think this is one of the next metas in crypto and in general, just the world. I think it can blow up. I think it could be worth this project alone billions of dollars by the end of the year, maybe even as high as 10 billion. So, what is it? This is Pulse. This is a wearable. It's like a watch. You put it here. You can't tell the time with it, but it tracks a whole lot of different things happening in your body. It tracks your sleep, tells you when you're most productive, depending on, as an example, when your resting heart rate is lower or your oxygen in your blood is quite good or whatever. And its integrations, when it's released, it's just kind of in an early beta with select number of people. But when it's released fully, then the public will be able to potentially improve their productivity massively as well as their health. Now, this I've been interested in for quite some time, and it's starting to get some major traction. Their wave 8 is now sold out, so now they're going to wave 9. Each wave goes higher and higher. Nix is one of the co-founders. I've had a couple of chats with him now, and quarter one is far more exciting. I like to cover these things when they're close to launching or about to launch, as opposed to being like super early and then, not everything launches. But this is launching. Now, they've actually gone and created a token. This is gainzdotxyz, and this is an AI agent. The actual AI agent is going live apparently sometime this week, from what I've heard. And this was just launched on Pump.fun earlier. Now, they're very transparent here. They bought with one wallet. I can't remember the exact amount of the supply, but like less than half. They bought it up, and then it's just sat in this nice range since $40 million. I'm not saying to go and buy this token. I'm just saying, put your attention on it. I've personally gone and bought it around here. So I don't really mind because I think it's actually got major product market fit. There's all these memes out there that have product market fit, but what about something that actually is really able to generate revenue, contribute to the health movement, make yourself more productive? So this was just launched, and essentially what this bot will do is give yourself personalized coaching, and it'll be like a Twitter bot, and there'll be other integrations which they'll be covering in it tomorrow in an actual space. So you'll be able to ping it and DM it, and it'll be able to break down, what you should be doing in order to improve your health. Now, why do I think this whole section of life is going to be so crazy? Well, mostly because this guy here, Brian Johnson. It's not just him, but he is a large part of it. This guy here, he gets a whole lot of hate, but he has a massive cult following. And I personally like the dude a lot. On top of that, there's a new documentary out. It was released 1st of Jan, and this is getting a huge number of people watching it. You can watch it on Netflix if you like. Essentially, this guy is worth $400 million, spending a whole lot of money trying not to die, essentially improving his longevity. He's extremely healthy. He's in like the 99th percentile in terms of like all the major metrics, essentially. And in terms of every year that goes by, he ages only around 7 months or 6 months or something like that. So he's actually aging at a very low rate, like an 18-year-old or something like that. Now, the exact competitor is Whoop. There are other competitors, but Whoop is kind of the most well-known. They've raised $200 million, and they have a valuation at $3.6 billion. This is 2021. Unsure how they're doing recently. I've tried them, never worked with my phone. But basically, this takes your data and it helps you improve. However, you cannot monetize your data. And what I see as possibly going to happen, far more, when I say possible, I think it's highly likely, is that as people get unhealthier and unhealthier, smart companies are going to have, like, you get a bonus if you sleep a certain amount of hours, or if you have this percentage of body fat, or this, or this, or this, because they know you're going to be able to get more productivity. And it's not just how much you work out, what do you eat, how much do you sleep. It's also like your mental clarity. Do you do yoga or stretching or listen to meditation or all those sort of things? Because there's a lot of people out there that are kind of a little bit insane. So all these factors, they come all into one packet. And I think this will be able to get you lower premiums, lower taxes in some countries, all in the future. But at present, if you're using Whoop or another device, you don't own your data. You take that data and it's shared, and you get nothing back for it. But my understanding with Pulse is, and I'm not completely 100% sure on this, but you will be able to monetize your data. But in addition to Pulse being like a Web3 product, it's not actually a Web3 product. It's a Web2 product meant for normies, for the first wave of early people they can get in. You can pay with a credit card as well, but you can also buy it with Solana or USDC. And then, well, they have Gainzy, and maybe in the future there's another token. I have no knowledge of that. Essentially, they are connected to the Web3 space, but the actual audience is the Web2 users. So what is the actionable? Well, I'm an educator. Nothing is financial advice. I'm just going to tell you what I have personally done. I went and bought the Founder Edition right here. I bought this. I'm also going to buy one for my wife. And as I mentioned, Q1 2025, these will be coming out. I will potentially be getting like an early beta user so I can give a whole lot of feedback. And I will give a whole lot of feedback. I'm very, very keen on improving my productivity. I've already mentioned 2025, very exciting, full-on year, but I don't want to do things that are not contributing to that. Sleep is one thing that's super, super important, and I'm a little bit slack when it comes to that. So if this interests you, I would suggest getting something like this, Founder Edition, or even just the Genesis Edition. Now, there's nothing stating that you're going to get airdrops or whatever, but how would you reward your early users that go through and find little software bugs and stuff like that? My assumption, only an assumption, nothing other than assumption or speculation, but my assumption would be the potential to be rewarded quite heavily as this became more and more popular. I do have a referral code. I've copied it. I'll put it in the description below. Make sure you use that and then help me climb above, and then grab yourself one. And when it comes out, we'll hopefully become more productive, fitter, healthier, etc. Now, if you don't want to buy one of them because you don't want to be, dealing with shipping or whatever, fine. I bought them, but all good. You may be keen to get some of this token. Look into it yourself. Make sure you're aware of basic tools, MACD, all that sort of stuff. Maybe it comes down a certain amount. I mean, like it's very, very new. Maybe you want a dollar cost average into it. Or if you don't want to get into the token, that's fine. There's something else you can do tomorrow. So 7th of January, 6 p.m. UTC, Nix and gain.xyz, they're going to do an X space where they're going to go over basically what is this, how's it going to work, etc. So go and set a reminder and join that 6 p.m. UTC tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts below. I'm bullish on it. If you are, or if you aren't, tell me why, and I'll catch you in the next video. Whoa. Yeah.